All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back here for another recap video. It's been a couple days since I made a recap, so we can take a look here at the calendar just to show you guys what's been going on. So Friday was up 273, so a little bit smaller green day after my red day on Thursday of about almost 500 bucks. That was the last recap I had. So Friday, small green, didn't make a recap. I just had some small range trades at the open on top on Friday. So, but not much to go over. Today though, there's a lot to go over. I still need to watch the rest of my film, more my recording for today. But massive green day, definitely the biggest day I've ever had, which I am sitting green $3,052.16. Yeah, very crazy day today. Mostly made it on BMR and MGIH, and I really didn't think that we'd have this type of momentum today. But my God, right at the open, BMR having a really strong push, opening push, consolidating and trapping shorts here right around 750 to 8. And we got a nice move here from right through the highs, halting up and having 3 consecutive halts here. Or was that two consecutive halts, 1 minute pullback, and then a little bit of a continuation here. Crazy, very definitely a sign that we're in a strong market when you see something like this. And 3 1-minute candles going from $7.50 all the way up to 14 bucks a share. Crazy move. It's been a while since I've seen something like this. BMR then consolidating again here near the lows and then curling up for another pop through the high. And from here we kind of had that nice grinding action here higher, and this is where I kind of stopped trading BMR. Actually, I can take a look here at the trades. Let's see if it's going to show. Wow. Yeah, so I traded a lot. I was trading in here, and then I traded this leg here, and then here I started to kind of lean away and just stop trading it for the most part on BMR, and kind of let this last leg here from 18 up to 34, very strong leg. I kind of let that one go without me, and we had a nice dip once we halted up, resumed lower, and dipped all the way down $10 a share. We dipped $10 a share from 34 to 24, and then we reclaimed about $8 a share. So crazy bounce there, and I just did not get aggressive on this one, but I didn't really even think that this would like reclaim that high. I was only in 25 shares there at 24.94, just seeing if we can get a small little pop. Got a small little pop here on small size, and I was like, all right. And then it ends up reclaiming all the way up to $34. Crazy. And then again, I tried to do some backside trading here on small size, but I was really just trying to lock it in after 11. So BMR, very nice. We can go over some live trades, at least probably the first 5 or 10 minutes of the open. I don't want to. There's just so many trades I took, so I don't want to like review the whole day here for you guys for the live recording. Also, we'll be here until tomorrow. So we'll just show the first couple minutes. Then we also had MGIH, which was another one that I made over 1K today. And this one was absolutely crazy. This one was also really crazy. Crazy dip and rip here. I did not get aggressive enough. I traded 5,400 shares on this 1 minute candle and made about 6 cents a share. So, about a $300 trade here in this 1 minute candle. Another nice dip and rip. So crazy dips and rips in this area, consolidating. Another dip here for the curl back through $4, really strong. This was just absolutely crazy. And then we consolidate for a good hour, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna at least break 5, because we topped out at 498. I was like, all right, I think we might break 5. I think we might curl up and break 5. And here we go. We got that pop up, and then boom, this thing rips, man. This thing rips. I should have just like took 3K position at 4 and just held this thing. I would have been up like 15K. But I mean, that's not the strategy. And from a risk perspective, I'm able to maintain my risk if I'm able to just get in and get out, take my profits as it goes higher. But very nice trading here on MGIH, and locking up over 1K on this bad boy. Definitely, there's a lot of areas where I made mistakes. I definitely had a fair share of mistakes today on these stocks, but overall, did some very good trading. But there's some areas I could have gotten a little bit more size. There's some areas I could have got some more size, and some areas to avoid. There's some areas where I was just over trading, especially on BMR, which I could have eliminated, but which is okay. I mean, at the end of the day, I did have a really good day, and if I can take a couple lessons from the mistakes that I made today, I can definitely come out ahead with not just profit, but also with a couple of learning lessons for me to carry forward. But the biggest thing is when I'm trading bigger size, I tend to have a lot more mistakes. I tend to be a little bit more jittery, a little bit more emotional with my trades, causing me either to get out too soon or get out too late. So it's always something to keep in mind when you're sizing up, is that those mistakes that you were making before, they likely do come back, and you definitely need to maintain composure, maintain discipline, and not be too loose when you're trading big size, because one small mistake on big size can cost you. So what else do we have? So we had BMR, DHAI, MGIH, and RNLX. RNLX, let's take a look at that one. This one I had some trades in this area, but then like the halt bands are so tight, I didn't really want to focus on this one. But I had some really nice trades down in here for the halt resumption. I'm taking the dip here at $1, selling at $2, getting back in at 108, selling at 1. This is the big trade here. 3K shares at 108, selling most of the position at 116. So nice $250 trade there. Still holding some in the halt. I was holding some in the halt, selling the rest at the resumption, and then catching the dip for 3K shares, selling it at 126. So very decent trading there as well. And I did have another small trade here after so this is another halt resumption trade, dip and a rip, and at 134 out of 139 on 1,200 shares. So that was also a pretty decent trade as well. And I think this was more smaller trades. I mean, this wasn't too bad. Smaller size as we're getting in this area. I didn't really like RNLX too much, just because of the halt bands were really tight. And it was a little bit harder to manage risk. There's a lot of areas where you're halting up, but we're resume lower. So also another thing to keep in mind when you're trading those tight halt bands. Well, let's take a look here at the statistics for the day. So yeah, up 3,000. So that's 3 times my biggest green day. My biggest green day was about 2 weeks ago, which I had a 1K day. And now I'm finishing up 3K. So about 3 times my biggest green day, which is crazy. This is what I would do in a month. In a good month, I would make 3,000. And just to imagine, here I'm sitting today, up 3,000 is crazy. Is actually crazy. I was not expecting this today, but I'm happy that my skills were there. My skills are there to capitalize on this sort of momentum. And that's showing that I'm improving. I can sit down and forget a hot market. I can trade it. I'm not gonna shy away. There's been so many times in the first 3 years of trading that when it was a really hot market and everyone was doing so well, and you had like Ross Cameron making 50K, 100K, and it happened like every day in 2020, 2021 when I first started trading. And I was like the guy that was either red or was like I was made like $2 because I'm trading one share, and I'm like, man, like this is crazy momentum. The stocks are just going from like 1 to 50 every single day, and I'm here trading with one share. And yeah, it was really a humbling experience, definitely. But I maintained my discipline, knowing that in the future, one day in the future, if I stick with it and just maybe forego the opportunity today, but practice, in the future, years from now, I'll be able to capitalize on that sort of momentum. And here I am, 3K. So super happy with that. But yeah, like I said, I was struggling in the beginning when it was a really hot market. I didn't know how to trade. I was completely even when I did know how to trade, even when I was profitable, I was shying away. I didn't want to trade a hot market, just because the volatility was just so intimidating. The volatility was very intimidating, so I didn't really trade it. But now, I can confidently say that my skills have gotten to the point where now I can have a little bit more confidence when trading these very volatile markets, and it's starting to pay off. So, but yeah, my accuracy was 59%, so on the higher end, and about a 1.5 to 1 or 1 to 1.5 risk reward, which is right around where I want it to be, with a nice almost 50% profit margin. So, very decent. My average position cost is up, so that's good. Sizing in on the bigger days. And overall, very happy with what happened today. Very happy with what happened today. But of course, I always think that I can do better, and I know that I can do better, and I know that I can push bigger size, and I know that I can improve. And that's the sort of mindset that you have to have to get better at this craft. You always have to think, even though you have a shitty day or if you have a really good day, you always need to have that mindset of trying to get better. Every single day. It doesn't matter if you have your record day or below 3x your record day like I did today. I'm always finding areas where I could tweak, small improvements, or even just trying to get more confident to push bigger size in certain areas so I can improve over time. And that's sort of the mindset that I've been having. It's been really pushing, it's been really taking me very far. So that's something to be aware of as well, is your mindset. But let's take a look at the live trading. I guess we can take a look at the open here. So we had the opening push, and I was kind of letting this go without me. I was waiting for a dip, and we never really got the dip. And maybe right here, okay, it looks like I did get in. But I was really kind of waiting. I don't know. I was waiting for a bigger dip, waiting for a consolidation, waiting for a better opportunity, but it just kept kind of going without me. So this opening surge kind of went without me, which is fine. I didn't FOMO in at the high. I was maintaining my composure, and I knew that there was going to be another opportunity right around the corner. So kind of waited for BMR to kind of show me the next opportunity right here. Okay, we had a nice dip here off of 7, and selling for only a 4-cent gain, so small gain there on BMR. Actually was a little bit sloppy in the beginning in the open. I went red a couple times, a couple $100. But I didn't let that fluster me. Because I knew today had potential after seeing this. So very nice on BMR, and I really like BMR because of the float was nice and small, and we had a news on the day, and we were already gapping up 150%. So it looks like we had a false halt there, and rejecting the highs. I tried to catch a dip there, but I'm just too early, and I was on 2,000 or 1,000 shares. Got in at 7.7, out at 7.46, so that was a $250 loss right there. So this is where I'm red on the day. And take a quick pop here, looking for the reclaim of this wick here. And we got a little bit, 12 cents, so it made half of that loss back so far. All right, looking for the next opportunity here on BMR. We're dipping down. We may see a nice 1-minute pullback here. All right, let's get in there at 58. We did hesitate at the low there at 750. Looks like I'm scaling out on the push higher. Sold half, sold half. Now I'm all out there for a nice, from entry to exit was about 30 cents. So a very decent trade there, 1,000 shares. And there's definitely room for increasing my share size in this area. You know, on these scalps here, I can increase it to 2,000 or 3,000 and not have a difference in my fills. So there's definitely a lot more upside in my trading when it comes to these nice quick scalps that I seem to be doing very well with trading this sort of style. This is like purely kind of just price action scalping, like hyper price action scalping. All right, here we got this first 1 minute pullback. All right, we do hesitate there, so I did get in, and it looks like I got back out there for a 4-cent gain. So quick 40 bucks here, but I do start to take a couple losses here. It looks like we're buying up the low here, so I'm thinking maybe it's a tight pullback. But so I get in there at 1,500 shares now at 74, out at 758. So another $150, $200 loss there. Got back in at 54, out at 47 on 1,500 shares. Got back in at, what is it, 25? So I took another loss there. 1,500 shares now I'm trading. Break even trade. 07 to 08, 09 to 08. 96 here, 1,500 shares. Selling a half at 07, selling half again at 10. So it looks like I'm scaling out. Looks like I did time that bottom perfectly, but I did take a lot of losses. So in this sequence of trades on this 1 minute pullback, I'm red. Well, not red, I mean break even. I'm break even. So that did kind of fluster me. I just wasn't patient enough. If I would have just waited and just only took that last trade, then I could definitely be a lot more ahead. But sometimes it takes a couple tries to catch that bottom, which is fine. But as long as you're able to sell at break even as soon as possible and then get back in lower, then the strategy works good. But you know, if you see what I did here, I wasn't able to cut for break even, and so in that case, when I did time the bottom, I was making back losses. So there, a nice quick dip there at 37 out of 43. I do make it back pretty quick though. So 2K shares there. I'm looking for this break back over 750. Selling it at in at 45 out of 46 and 44. All right, so we reclaimed that dip pretty good. Now we're looking like a dip again, but I'm thinking this could be anticipating a 1 minute new high. So that's why I got in there below, looking for a reclaim. I'm in 3K shares, in at 29, in at 40, in at 40. Now I'm selling some of the loss here since we don't immediately break back over 750. I thought this would be strong and go right back up to the highs, maybe up this break 750. Looks like it was a little too early. Taking some losses in this area as well. Yeah, wow. In at 712, and then I added, taking losses there, Yeah, that's a $200 loss right there. That was a $200 loss there. I was in at 712 and selling at 95. In at 10 out of 14, in at 92. So those are just some small areas. I did break my rule of averaging down. So I averaged it down, and it cost me. So for example, that's an example of one of those areas where I could tweak that strategy just a little bit instead of averaging down, just cutting the loss, and it would have saved me $150, $200 right there. So that's what I was saying about, you know, just some small areas where I can improve. Here, I think I do time that low. I was in at 708, 703. Maybe I can move this here so you guys can see my order fills. And so I did time that. I'm in 2K shares. I'm taking some decent size here off the low. In at 14, or in at 4, out at 27. Still holding 1K shares. This is a nice $300 or $400 trade. Now out the rest here. Selling half at 35, selling half again at 37. Wow, and then I add back. I add back at resistance. That was $50 I just lost there off that green trade. Now I'm selling there. Okay, so decent trade, decent sequence. I did get back in at resistance which is 48.9. Resistance at 750, 760. Just a little bit too aggressive there. Just a little bit too aggressive. I shouldn't have added into that. I guess I thought in the moment, I thought we'd see a strong reclaim of 8. Now we're dipping down again. And let's see here's another big trade that I had. So dipping down here, and this is a bear trap. So we got the upward trend, and bears, let's say the shorts are, let's say they start to position up here, they're adding here for the bounce, and they're looking for that capitulation to the downside. So here comes that capitulation. Looks like I'm a little early for the bounce, so I sell it in at 84, out at 89, in at 97, out at 99, in at 708. Are we going to get that red to green? Adding 2,000 shares, adding 3,000 shares for the break of 750. Are we going to get it? And I start selling here at the highs, adding back in. I want to see that surge to 750. That's what I'm looking for. And I'm trading some decent size here, 3K at the high. This is over $20,000 position size. So that was overall a decent trade there. Break even. We do see that surge. Let's see here. Okay, here it comes. So this is the bear trap. Shorter thing is gonna capitulate. But if we, we're breaking lower. I'm trying to time the low here on small size, but I don't quite get it. Giving back some small gains here. We don't quite get it. We don't quite get the low there. But once you start seeing that bottoming tail form, I want to take a starter because I'm thinking this could potentially be that bear trap. So we're forming the bottom of the low. Once we reclaim the previous low, that's when it really starts to manifest, because now shorts, if they're adding into this for the capitulation, now they're underwater and now they need to cover. Now shorts need to cover. So I need to be getting in aggressive here, and I just did not get aggressive enough right here. I did not get aggressive enough right here. Even this trade didn't actually turn out too well. But we finally see that break at 750. When you see that squeeze, shorts are now underwater. So they're either going to cover or they're going to add to their position. Looks like they're adding to their position. This turns out to be a nasty false breakout. But for the bear trap, from right here, I need to be in, selling there at break of 750. Aggressive, very aggressive. Especially in this type of market. But yeah, we ended up reclaiming a little bit and consolidating sideways. Now, remember what we said was, shorts are here. They're here. Maybe they added here. And maybe they added here. They want to see that flush again. They want to see that fade. But if we start breaking 750 again, now shorts can be underwater again. Now they need to cover. And so here is another area where I kind of got a little bit more aggressive. So I got, a nice, chunk of that there on small size. Here I'm trading small size, and I'm thinking we might get the false breakout, but I'm totally sleeping right now. I need to be trading 1,500 shares right here. And this is another area where I could be getting more aggressive. So we get into that halt, and that's where we start to have that nice move. MGIH, crazy dip and rip. While we're here, we can show this. So we open up and waiting for this opportunity here on MGIH. Get in there for the break of 780. We don't quite go, so I'm out immediately. Nice dip. Getting in there at 23, out at 28. Okay. Again, this is another area where I need to be trading from bigger size. I'm way too skeptical right now. This is a hot market. I should be pushing it at least 1K right here. So this is a couple of areas where I could have improved with my sizing, because I really didn't believe that at this point I didn't believe it was a hot market yet. And then we ended up getting this dip and rip, which is another crazy dip and rip. Oh my God. Same setup as that other one. Boom. Oh wait, no, this is one that we just saw. No, maybe not. I don't remember. No, I think this is one that you just saw. But yeah, BMR then just took off here after this break. Absolutely crazy short squeeze. He had to be very aggressive after this halt. He had to be very aggressive. And then this area, I think I did pretty well timing this low. You can take a look at this again. And even here, I could probably be doing better with trading bigger share size. So here I'm just trying to time this low. I think I actively traded just too much. Yeah, so I need to be a little bit more patient for that. Right here, boom. Need to be in. Looks like I'm in. Taking some small profits here. Okay, now we're forming that bottom and tail. Now I'm thinking this could possibly be the low. So, but I'm only trading 300 shares. This is not enough. I need that 1K on this bad boy. I need some 1K. 1K size on, come on. Yeah, this is where I mess up with my share size. I definitely leaving money on the table here for sure. Okay, 1K size here, break of 40s, out at 60s. Okay, now I'm taking some decent size. 500 shares, okay. We're gonna hit it again. All right, we hit it again there at 13. Okay, that sounds out, break even. All right, we're still kind of holding this area. Seems kind of strong. There is some green on the tape there. Let's see if we can break back over 13 and at 87 out at 87 out at 97 and at 94 out at 92. Okay, another dip here. We're gonna hold. Looks like we're holding. Should have got in there as late and at 75 out at 72. Okay, break of 14 and at 81 out at 1401, 1405. Pull back and boom. Okay, win 42. I'm up 30 cents a share. Boom. I add to the position. Okay, I was a little bit too aggressive there. It's a little bit too aggressive. And a little bit too aggressive there. I lost $100 there off the top. That was a nice trade. That was a very nice trade. Okay, break of 14. Ugh. Seems to be a lot of resistance in this area. Seems to be a lot of resistance, so I'm just kind of scalping it if it's going to go higher. But I want to be taking my profits quick. And at 1429, out at 1440. Very favorable fills too today. The fills seemed like they were on my side, which was good. And at 62 out at 73. So very nice small scalps. And this is kind of like the theme of today. I just very nice scalps on some decent size. And still, like I could punch this for 2K share size and not see any difference in my fills. So there's still a lot more upside potential that I could have had today with the same trade. So I didn't really need to change anything, just change the order entry. So that was pretty much a good chunk of my great trading today. And again, yeah, some mistakes, of course, but always looking to get better, always reviewing the film, and always knowing that we need to improve just 1% every single day, and over time, you'll definitely see results if you keep putting in that effort, keep putting in the work, keep putting in that study time. and you'll definitely get there. It does take a while. You know, I'm 3.5 years into this, and yeah, it took me a really long time to even see my first 1K day. It took me three years. So, you know, don't beat yourself up if you had a rough day today, if you didn't capitalize enough. You know, just use it as a lesson to, you know, to learn, you know, different types of price action, entries and exits, because we had a lot of opportunities today. So there's definitely a lot of setups to study today, and that should help you improve for the next day that we have a market like this. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we're definitely going to have another opportunity like this. You know, the market is always going to be here, and we're likely going to have a better day than we saw today. There's going to be days where there's going to be momentum even hotter than what we saw today. And, you know, even if you missed today, even if you messed up today, you know, just get ready for the next one. The next opportunity is right around the corner. So, you know, don't dwell on the past. You know, study up, you know, take your lessons, whatever you can get from today, and move on. And that's the main thing about trading, is just you got to mentally reset every single day. It doesn't matter how good you did, doesn't matter how bad you did. The next day, we're all back to zero. So if you can keep that mindset, then you can maintain success over the long term. And, you know, also, you know, continually knowing that you can do better. Always know that you can do better. Always know that you are, that you can push bigger size, you know, that you can improve your entries, you can improve your exits, you can improve your timing, you can improve your tape reading skills, you can improve your level 2 reading skills. There's always so many things to improve, and we'll never ever be perfect. And that sort of mindset as well is something that's been pushing me to becoming better every single day. Just never being satisfied, which, you know, definitely pushes me to be better, because I know the possibilities out there in trading. I see these possibilities of, you know, people doing crazy numbers, even on today, like some crazy numbers, and I'm just scratching the surface. I'm just a little drop. I'm a little drop, and I know I can do so much better. So hope you guys enjoyed the recap and got some value out of it. Hit that thumbs up button for me on the way out. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.